Well, now that it's officially confirmed, from the inclusion of the multiverse and the god hierarchy, that the events of Dragon Ball Daima take place in the same continuity as Dragon Ball Super. And now it's time to ask the most important question about Vegeta. If everything is connected, why didn't he use Super Saiyan 3 in Dragon Ball Super from Battle of Gods onwards? Since story-wise, he canonically has Super Saiyan 3 at his disposal. So in this video, we're going to tackle the inconsistencies of Super Saiyan 3 in Dragon Ball Super, along with the inverse reasons why Vegeta never used Super Saiyan 3, and if it's all tying up, we need to make sense of it. So first of all, address the elephant in the room, right? Battle of Gods, the Z movie, came out in 2013. It's 12 years old, where now canonically Vegeta has it, despite the reason it was never shown in Super being he just wasn't written to use it. Did they confirm Vegeta didn't have Super Saiyan 3 in Dragon Ball Super? No, that only came from decades of stupid memes about Vegeta not obtaining Super Saiyan 3 after the Buu saga. The only time in the Dragon Ball Super anime that Vegeta spoke about Super Saiyan 3, or not even speak about it but simply laugh at it, was when future Trunks told Vegeta to attack him with the same Super Saiyan 3 power as Goku, to which Vegeta turned straight to blue because it's superior in every way to Super Saiyan 3. If Vegeta wanted to gradually test the waters with Trunks, he would have went Super Saiyan God, but he went straight to blue not as an admission he can't go Super Saiyan 3, but to show his strongest superior form from the get-go. Even during the end of Z, Vegeta never said anything about not obtaining Super Saiyan 3. As fans, we just assumed he never had it. Even though his Super Saiyan 2 was the same level as Goku's in the Buu saga and he kept training for 10 years. Weird, huh? But all we have for End of Z in terms of Vegeta's forms are the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot End of Z DLC that have him use an Amped Super Saiyan 2 form, which is basically Super Saiyan 3 level in Super Saiyan 2. Of course, it's a video game and its own take on the Dragon Ball Z story. It's extra. It's not actually part of the Z anime continuity or manga canon. Now let's look at the inverse reasons in which we apply Super Saiyan 3 to Vegeta's arsenal, but he never used it in situations of battle. Let's start at the beginning of the Dragon Ball Resurgence Battle of Gods. When Goku powered up to Super Saiyan 3, he was demonstrating his levels to Beerus, and the God of Destruction allowed him to do it. The difference with Vegeta surpassing Super Saiyan 3 using just Super Saiyan 2 with a rage boost was not down to the fact Vegeta wanted to show off what he could do as a Saiyan. It was done out of pure emotion based on the situation of Bulma getting backhanded by the purple cat. Vegeta was not simply in the frame of mind to go, "Right, I'll show you my Super Saiyan 3 because I'm very angry now." That's not how Super Saiyan 3 is even activated. It doesn't simply switch on for Vegeta or Goku whenever they get angry. However, Super Saiyan 1 does, followed by Super Saiyan 2 in the electricity if the rage intensifies. As it's directly stated in previous guides, the Super Saiyan 2 is simply grade 5 Super Saiyan, thus being the same form as Super Saiyan 1, just perfected and stronger. So rage triggering Super Saiyan, in Vegeta's case, would take him to his highest grade of that form, which is Super Saiyan 2, and further amplified by the anger drawing out insane power without turning Super Saiyan 3, because Super Saiyan 3 is all about searching and drawing out every drop of Saiyan power from the blood. There's a method behind it, which isn't rage. It's hard work and a lot of mind, body, and spirit. Even though that anger drew out even more power from Vegeta's blood, it's still a different method. Meaning Vegeta in Battle of Gods after the rage boost could theoretically go Super Saiyan 3, but it depends at that specific moment in time how much hidden potential is still within Vegeta's Saiyan blood. Because every arc, Saiyans have their limits until they find a way to break them for the plot, so it could very well be Vegeta's Super Saiyan 2 Enraged in Battle of Gods was his maximum raw Saiyan power at that time, without becoming Super Saiyan 3 visually. He just found a way to harness the power through an emotion. We could say he could stack Super Saiyan 3 on top of it, but the problem is, in Battle of Gods, it was going to do nothing to Beerus. And after facing him briefly, Vegeta knew to stay the hell away afterward, which is where Super Saiyan God came into the picture, and its presence instantly rendered Super Saiyan 3 obsolete. Vegeta knew he had to get to that level of power next. So a form known to suck Goku's power dry because Goku couldn't handle it very well at all, why would someone go back to that if Super Saiyan God does everything so much better, and the training of the gods allowed them to break down walls that they never would have been able to do if they continued training the old way with raw power? Now, Super Saiyan 2 is an exception because it's a well-balanced form, so if Goku and Vegeta wanted to test out an opponent, yes, Super Saiyan 2 is relegated to warm-up form for most of Super, but then again, by the time Goku and Vegeta learn the God forms, Super Saiyan 3 shouldn't be draining any more of their energy because the God forms are far more demanding, yet Goku and Vegeta have stabilized them because they're so damn strong. So why wouldn't they use Super Saiyan 3 as a warm-up form? Well, probably because that's a lot of damn hate to animate by Toei or draw for Toyotaro every single fight, whereas Super Saiyan 2 is way easier, it's Super Saiyan 1 with electricity, and sometimes they even forget to draw the lightning. Not only that, Goku and Vegeta are way more comfortable in Super Saiyan 2 as they've used it longer, and it still looks close to the original Golden Super Saiyan 1 look, which will always be a classic, so perhaps it was simply a decision made out of respect by Toriyama and everyone else. Because imagine Goku and Vegeta completely ditched Super Saiyan 1 and 2 and went straight to 3 for the warm-up. Yes, it would be very intimidating in every battle, the point of Super Saiyan 3, but also seems kind of odd starting out with no eyebrows each time. Though I believe it's all about balance. It's cool to see Super Saiyan 3 used a few more times like they do in the manga, when Goku used it against Trunks in the back garden of Capsule Corp, even though he went to God to end it, showing the massive difference in power. It's pleasant to see it. I love Super Saiyan 3, and when he used it against Toppo and Meris, but I think the Super Saiyan 1 and 2 look, so many fans remember Goku and Vegeta for that look, and it will always take priority as an appearance over Super Saiyan 3 from a writing standpoint. But let's be honest, anytime Super Saiyan 3 did show up in Dragon Ball Super in the manga, it was absolutely worthless, forcing Goku to go Super Saiyan God anyway. Even Trunks showed he could amp his Super Saiyan 2 power to Goku's Super Saiyan 3 level, and that's a guy who lives in a terrible future eating 200 calories a day. During the Tournament of Power, Goku showed it off to Cauliflower and Kale. But this next part I think is relevant, and can apply to Vegeta. Goku did instruct them, Cauliflower and Kale should be aiming for that level next, not just jump to God forms, meaning Super Saiyan 3 is definitely a level one should be training in to ascend their peak raw power at some point, before moving on to God forms, which makes more sense that Vegeta had Super Saiyan 3 before advancing to Super Saiyan God. He peaked in drawing out the golden power. It's not like there really was an enemy to warm up with Super Saiyan 3 on. They were either even lower in power, making Goku and Vegeta use Super Saiyan 2, or they were extremely powerful, making them jump straight to God mode anyway, as Super Saiyan 3 is stated in the Super Exciting Guide to be 4 times Super Saiyan 2. If we go with that, the power jumps in Dragon Ball Super make a 4 times jump pretty irrelevant when the plot buffs kick in. And by the time Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego were introduced, Super Saiyan God and Blue became the warm-up forms, replacing Super Saiyan 2. It is what it is. There is a case about Super Saiyan 3 being stated in the Daizenshu to draw out a Saiyan's hidden power to its limit. So if Goku and Vegeta trained in God forms for so many years, wouldn't Super Saiyan 3 be even stronger now by concept? So shouldn't it be the strongest form if it taps into everything? Well, how it works is that Super Saiyan 3 draws out the raw power of a Saiyan in every drop of their blood to its limit, but their ki isn't controlled in a way the God forms are. God Ki is not just a level of power, it's a divine Ki technique by concept, because Goku and Vegeta are astronomically stronger, using their Ki differently to the golden forms. Don't underestimate the term Ki control. That is literally everything when it comes to power. It is the difference maker. Long ago I said Super Saiyan Blue was a Super Saiyan 1 form enhanced by godly Ki control, and that's exactly what Super Saiyan God is, a Saiyan using the Ki with divine excellence. We haven't seen a combination of Super Saiyan 3 to Super Saiyan God, or if that's even possible, as it could very well be due to Goku and Vegeta's training with Whis. They've already drawn out every ounce of Saiyan power from their blood to the utmost limit, so Super Saiyan 3's ability becomes redundant because they already have access to all the power in every drop of Saiyan blood they have, where Super Saiyan 3 is then only a visual change compared to their stronger forms that use their Ki more efficiently. Certain Saiyan perks were stated to stop in Dragon Ball Super, like the Zenkai boost in the Goku Black arc. Goku and Vegeta could no longer get stronger by exploiting that ability to extract more power from their Saiyan blood after being close to death. But they could get stronger still through battle and training itself, which is a different method of enhancing their Ki and power. Now, we did see Vegeta use Super Saiyan 3 exceptionally well in Daima with no drawbacks. Only Gotenks and Goku suffered from that in the Buu Saga because they were still testing the waters with it. Like Goku going Super Saiyan on Namek is totally different to Super Saiyan in the Cell game, so Vegeta refusing to use the form because of drawbacks no longer is applicable in the story of Super. Instead, it's more to do with just being obsolete. Wrong place, wrong time. Akira Toriyama once said that Super Saiyan 2 and 3 are nothing more than powered up variations of Super Saiyan, where mastering their normal state and just Super Saiyan would raise their power more at less cost, and not need to go Super Saiyan 2 or 3 anymore. And that could simply apply to Vegeta as well, learning to harness the power of Super Saiyan 2 with more of the power deep within instead of just going Super Saiyan 3 visually. It's a journey. Essentially, it's all about the base form, and working towards being able to harness every drop of power in their transformations in just base form. That is their ultimate goal as a warrior, as forms are simply temporary, and as the old Kai says, showbiz, if you can control everything in base form, you don't need to transform. However, it should be noted, older forms will always appear in the anime and manga and make movie appearances simply because it's fan service and nostalgic. And that's absolutely fine. What's Dragon Ball without drama and cool moments? But in conclusion, what it realistically comes down to in verse, Vegeta drops unnecessary forms and learns how to use all of his raw power in Super Saiyan 1 or 2. He simply jumps to higher god forms to enhance his ki to next levels if the situation needs it. The fact Vegeta now has Super Saiyan 3 canonically in the continuity of Daima and Super makes no difference to the Super story already there, as Super Saiyan 3 would have made zero difference throughout. But do expect to see Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta in future Dragon Ball Super manga chapters. I guarantee that will be drawn at some point. So everything everything is still fine, and we can now all rest easy knowing at some point, shortly after the Buu arc, Vegeta unlocked Super Saiyan 3 to finally end the decades-old joke once and for all.